Okay, Autumn, how would you rate the ride to the train station?
The ride to the train station, I'm gonna give it about 2 trains.
Two trains?
2 trains right now.
Out of how many trains?
Out of 3 trains, I'm gonna give it 2.
Okay, Autumn, Northeast Regional, how was the ride? How would you rate it?
I give it out of 5. I'm gonna give it 4 thumbs up.
4 thumbs up.
Still have my pineapple on my head. Eating a delicious breakfast of Triscuits and cheese.
So, how would you rate your overnight journey on Amtrak?
Alright, so overnight train ride a little rougher than I had anticipated. With the noise of the beep beep. Yeah, you know, this itself wasn't so uncomfortable. It was mainly the noise, and the lights, which they dimmed for a few minutes and then they brought back on. So they could dim the lights
All night.
like a 3
Out of
5 choo-choos.
3 out of 5 choo-choos.
There are choo-choos. Maybe we'll go more with like 2, 2.5, just because the sleeper was hard. But I would love to do this experience again on like a sleeper car.
A sleeper car.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna try next. All right, fair enough.
Now, I don't know if there's an Orlando sign behind me, but there is one that says Orlando Help. We just got off the train, and we're really excited.
So yeah, what was your rating on the last leg of that trip?
The last leg of the trip, that was the roughest part of the trip.
Really?
I actually, because I had to just pee a lot, and I was like done smelling all the stuff in the bathroom, and then I started to get like a little nauseous at the end, which is why I just closed my eyes.
Ooh.
But I'm glad we're here, and the weather's beautiful. I was thinking it was going to be so much more hot and so much more humid, so I really overdid it in my mind, but they say that's a good thing to do. And it's beautiful.
Who says that?
It feels just like it does in Connecticut.
I think you said that earlier.
Oh.
So you say it's a good thing to do.
I say it's well, it is a technique that people use. Labor and delivery. That's a good thing.
Oh, is it?
You just like, I'm gonna die.
All right.
But also at the same time, you have the tools to handle the fact that you feel like you're gonna die.
Right.
And then you go into it, and it's like, oh.
So we're probably not gonna die, is what you're saying?
This feels miserable, but I'm gonna be all right. Out of 5 D's, I'm gonna give it 3.5 D's.
Ooh, B's?
D's for Disney.
Oh, Disney D's.
The Disney D.
3.5 out of 5 Disney D's.
Yes.
All right.
So Muppet Vision
3D.
was amazing. Muppet Vision 3D was amazing.
4D.
I will give it, how many 3Ds? I will give it 4.5 out of 5 3Ds.
Ooh.
Extra points for the real bubbles.
All right, so the Walt Disney walkthrough and then Toy Story.
All right, so on technicality, I have to give the walkthrough a 0 because there was no movie. Well, no, I'm sorry, the walkthrough was nice, but there was no movie. But the walkthrough was cool to see things. The Toy Story 4 special preview was
We're
really
expecting
good.
something else.
I haven't been a huge fan of Toy Story, but I want to watch the next one because of it. So I'm going to give it a solid 3.5 out of 5 Woodies.
All right, cool. And how are you feeling right now? That was your 3rd experience here?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm excited. I'm feeling like I'm realizing I'm here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It takes a little while.
All right, so signature dining, Brown Derby. What did you think?
Brown Derby. So I walked in, the smell was great. Food, unfortunately, Justin had some paper in his seafood.
Which wasn't the worst part.
My meat was well done and just had no flavor to it.
Medium well.
The vegetables
You ordered it
actually were
medium.
really good. And then we had an amazing dessert, like one of the best.
Dessert
I'm
was
not
good.
a dessert person, and that was one of the best desserts I've had out. So that was good. And then the manager came over and gave us a percentage
10%.
off. So, you know, overall, okay. I don't know if I would, part of me would want to come here again just to try. Maybe it just was not a great
not coming
evening.
back.
But I think probably not. Or maybe if we got a gift card or something like that, then maybe I would come back.
Still wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You can buy a lot of turkey. Okay, so Toy Story Mania. What'd you think?
Was amazing. So that was my first real ride, but it was awesome. It was fun. You stopped. You got to shoot things. That's my kind of thing. I would love to ride it again. I'm gonna give that 5 out of 5 Buzz Lightyears.
5 out of 5 buzzes.
5 out of 5. That was really good.
That's a pretty good review.
The music, the theming, and then coming in, I kept thinking this was the ride. This is a walkthrough of Toy Story Land. No, you're just in a line. You're just in a line, not even a ride.
And okay, Autumn, Fantasmic.
Fantastic. Rating, I'm gonna do 6 to going to be out of 6 Mickeys.
6 out of 6 Mickeys? That's a pretty good number.
And I'm going to give it 5.5 out of 6 Mickeys.
And 5.5 out of 6. Okay. That's a high score. High score. All right. Overall impression on Hollywood Studios, not MGM.
All right, Hollywood Studios, I have to say, so I did 2 rides and I did 2 shows. More than impressed with all of those things. And was very impressed even with the rides I didn't do, but I'm just pregnant and couldn't do them. So I'm going to give it, 5 out of 5 Aerosmiths.
Wow, 5 out of 5 Aerosmiths, that's pretty good.
Yeah, everything I experienced was like 5 times better than I imagined.
Star Tours, you didn't ride it. How was the line?
Star Tours, didn't ride it. That was the most amazing line, I think, that I've been in ever. It might be the most amazing one I'll ever go in. So I'm going to rate it out of 5 at-ats. And it's going to be full 5 at-ats.
I hate you, that's 10 ats. Aerosmith, the rock and roller coaster. You didn't go on that, but you rode the line.
Oh,
How was
yeah,
the line?
So that was cool. I think it looked like the roller coaster was probably the most awesome part, and I didn't get to ride it. But by the looks of it, I would give it 4 out of 5 Aerosmiths, and I'd give it, wait for it, 3 out of 5 Aerosmiths.
Mission Space Orange.
So Mission Space Orange,
Didn't go on it.
could not ride it because of the baby, which is okay. Forgive me, baby. But the line, well, not the line, but where you get to go and hang out afterwards was absolutely amazing. I got to like be a commander in space and control and check on like comms, and I'm going to give it, Saturn is my favorite planet, so I am going to give it 5 out of 5 Saturn.
5 out of 5? All right, so Journey into the Imagination with Figment.
Yes, so that was awesome. I had no idea what that was going to be. That was a ride Justin didn't talk about at all, which is cool because it's a surprise, but it was amazing, and it takes you through like the 5 senses, and you
The imagination.
smell here, little Figment wanders you around. So I'm going to give that. When I think of imagination, I think of clouds.
Okay.
So I'm going to give that a solid 4 out of 5 clouds.
Ooh, 4 out of 5 clouds. Finding Nemo.
So Nemo, it was okay. The ride was nice and cool, very dimly lit. I appreciated that, the line for the ride. Ride itself, yeah, I wasn't super in love with it. I think they could have done more with like real animals.
It was all screens.
There's more, yeah, it could have been less screen. So I would give it 2 out of 5 Dories.
Ooh, 2 out of 5 Dories.
With the land. Was really cool. The inside parts were okay. It was a really nice surprise when you got to go outside, well not outside, you're inside, but it's like a giant dome greenhouse, and you like see all these plants you don't normally get to see. So that was really great. So I'm going to rate this based on trees since it had to do with nature. And I'm going to give Living Off the Land 3.5 trees.
3.5 trees out of 5 trees?
Yeah, 3.5 out of 5 trees.
So Spaceship Earth.
Yes, so Spaceship Earth, love the idea. Love that there's like a little screen you could like work on a little bit. You could like put in your...
Yeah, the ride car had a screen.
Yeah, that was cool. Ride car had a screen, thank you. And it was cool because it wasn't like one of the straight movers where you go through slowly and you're basically in a straight line. You were going up, you like did gentle turns, but it was really nice.
This is the ride that's inside the giant Epcot sphere.
Yep, inside giant Epcot sphere. And then, well, I did have some issues with the accuracy, some of the historical accuracy and things they were talking about. It feels like they brushed over everything that didn't have to do with like Europe
white
and
people.
whites.
Yeah, it was whitewashed,
so,
Eurocentric.
Like pretty, I was like, maybe I'm just more sensitive to it, but I thought, nah, other people I think might pick up on this too. So overall, I'm going to give it 2.5 Earths out of 5.
Ooh. Sorry, Spaceship Earth. Maybe get some non-whites up in that ride. Canada. Oh, Canada. How'd you feel about Oh, Canada?
Loved it. It just further confirmed the love that I have for Canada, though I've never stepped foot there myself, but definitely want to look at moving there and definitely going to visit before 2019 is over.
And what's the rating?
Oh, rating? Oh, it was really great. I'd never been to a show where it's like a bunch of screens and it's circular.
Circle
which is
vision.
Cool. And the cast member was really funny and I thought was great. So I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 Maple Leafs.
Nice. So this is Three Amigos boat ride in Mexico, World Showcase.
Yeah, so I love the ride. I got the impression that the ducks were going to be like leading the tour, and they really didn't. They were doing random stuff on it, so I did not.
It was very random.
I didn't get that at all, but I appreciated the tour. What am I going to 5 skull hits.
Okay, cool. Frozen Ever After.
So it was short. I actually wish it was a nice ride. I wish it could have been longer. The characters were amazing. The animatronics on the characters were really great. The music was great. So I will give it.
Can I just interject one
4
thing?
snowflakes.
You were super scared during that 4-foot drop.
I didn't know it was a 4-foot drop. I just was feeling going backwards, and so I don't know how much the drop is.
4 snowflakes out of.
Yeah, it was good. I would do it again.
All right.
Now that I know, I didn't know. So when something goes backwards, when you don't like rides that go backwards, it's a little. It startles you.
4 snowflakes.
So it's more like startling.
So fireworks. What was it?
Okay.
Illuminations.
Illuminations. That was hands down the best fireworks show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh wow.
And again, the timing of even like the sounds with the story that they're telling is nobody does that. It's like just you can't beat it. So I give that I'm gonna give that 12 out of 10.
12 out of 10?
Fireworks.
Wow.
Yep, that's my rating.
12 out of 10 fireworks.
Yeah, 12 out of 10.
Okay, I like it. Alright, Autumn. Uber ride to Animal Kingdom with Yazdi.
That is one of the best Uber rides you'll have, especially if you're going to Disney World. He was just a fact sheet and funny, very nice. So I'm going to give him, what am I going to give him? I'm going to give him 5 out of 5 U's for Uber.
Alright, so Flight of Passage, pre-show, and line.
Amazing. First of all, I was like, this line is out of whack and I'm not going to be able to do it, but you were constantly moving through it, and once you make it up to the top, it's beautiful. You have 2 pre-shows, really great videos, and then shout out to Yadira, who's working because she was awesome, and we talked about pregnancy while I couldn't ride the ride. So I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 Banshees.
5 out of 5 Banshees? All right, so Kilimanjaro Safaris.
Wow, have you seen me dance after I did the ride? So I'm dancing, so that was great. All the animals were out, all of them. We saw giraffes, which was awesome. We got to see 2 lions, white rhinos, so I got
rhinos
pictures. It was fun. The guide knew a lot of information.
It was a lady.
Learned some information. I'm sorry, I said guide. Guide.
Oh, guide.
Guide. It was amazing. So I'm going to give it, it was a rugged ride, so I'm going to rate it in Jeeps. And I'm going to give it 6 out of 5 stars.
6 out of 5 star Jeeps.
Beautiful.
Okay, so the Lion King.
It was awesome. I teared up a bit at the end. It was beautiful. Just the songs, the characters were spot on, and I couldn't get over. They had the giraffe, they had Timon, Pumbaa, all of them, and they were just so great. They were just amazing. They just looked really real. So I'm going to give that show, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 Pride Rocks.
5 out of 5? So Finding Nemo show.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. The mix with like
did you cry on
people was amazing.
Did Autumn cry?
I did. I cried. That was much more. I don't even know why. Didn't cry when I saw the movie, but it was really, really beautiful. So I'm going to give Finding Nemo. Yeah, full 5 out of 5 Nemos. That was beautiful.
5 out of 5 Nemos. Floatworks and French Quarter.
First of all, we pulled up to the French Quarter and it's beautiful.
Autumn was sleeping.
Very quiet. It was beautiful. I was taking
woke her right up.
Snooze. Woke me up. The pergolas outside where you wait for the buses are beautiful and themed. And anyway, so you walk in, it's gorgeous. Here we are at, how do we pronounce it?
Sasagula.
Sasagula. Food is amazing. I had the beignet burger, which is basically a burger with this awesome homemade donut.
It's gone.
It's gone. And then Justin got this delicious shrimp ringgans, which I have never had it before. The seasonings on it are amazing. The sauce is amazing. This is the best thing that we've had that Justin hasn't cooked since we've been here.
Aww.
So we wanted to.
Yeah, rate that.
2 of you, like that was really good.
How are you gonna rate it?
I'm excited to kind of try the other things. So what am I gonna rate it? I'm gonna give it. Oof, shrimp and grits. How should we rate it, Justin? You pick the rating.
This is gonna be.
I'll rate it, but you pick.
We're gonna do. Shrimpies?
You do shrimpies?
No.
Let me take one more.
Shrimps.
I'm gonna give it, just because I've never had it before, I guess I can't give it a perfect, but I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 shrimp views.
Nice, 4.5
It's
out
like
of.
very good flavor.
That's pretty good.
I've had grits before. I've had shrimp before.
And what about the burger?
I know a good sauce thanks to this guy. So, burger was good. Was well done, but it's like like they didn't make it right then, but not bad. It was not like a dry burger. So I would give it 3.5, 4 fries.
3.5.
The fries.
3.5 or 4. Right.
Yeah.
3.5 or 4 out of 5 fries.
Yes.
Got it. Okay,
sorry.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I was gonna. I didn't get into the coleslaw yet, but I do like coleslaw, so I'm gonna try that.
We're gonna whip that at someone's window.
Fries are very good. The donut itself, actually, was very good. Like that's a very good homemade donut. Like I would give that donut itself almost a 5. Altogether, I'm gonna say 4. I'm gonna say I'll give it 4 out of 5 fries.
So overall, high scores. Sasagula for Maharaja Jungle Trip.
It was really nice. It was short. I could have been on the walk a bit longer, but it was really nice. We saw a few animals, not a lot. Some cool birds. Shout out to Maddie, one of the cast members, who's very sweet. We're talking about weather and baby Boo here. So all around, there's a lot of birds. The birds stuck out to me.
We only saw one tiger.
So we only saw one tiger.
Just the tiger head too.
So what am I gonna rate it? I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 peacocks.
All right, Autumn. Bugs. It's tough to be a bug.
Was awesome, super interactive, 3D, 4D. You feel like you had bugs crawling underneath you. You had 3D glasses on. That was way more. That was just a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 bugs.
We're on the ferry to Magic Kingdom this morning, but Rivers of Light last night.
Was beautiful. It was breathtaking. Just the lights, and the animal like statues that they had that lit up in these beautiful iridescent colors. It was great. The music was great. I'm going to give it full 5 out of 5 giraffes. You're an animal.
Thank you. All right, so 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. You only went on the line.
Yes.
And you like the line. And I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 because it was a really wimpy roller coaster. We're on Peter Pan right now, so we gotta go. 3 out of 5 gems.
Oh, this is
And Magic Flight.
that is right off the bat 5 Peter Pan hats. It was beautiful. You're like in an omni mover, but you're from the sky, which is cool. And I wasn't expecting that. And like all the things that lit up as you're like going through his world in the city. That
Was it magical?
Really beautiful to be up. It was magical.
All right.
That one got me.
And a good line, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm gonna do that one
What
again.
is it? Under the Sea with
Under the
Ariel.
Sea was really adorable. The music was great. All the animatronics in there were great. It was quite nice. So I'm gonna give it a full rating of Scuttles, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 Scuttles.
All right, the Adventures of Winnie the Pooh Blustery Day.
So it was really cute. I'm gonna give it some extra bonus points because it was kind of like trippy and not just as straightforward as I thought I expected it to be. And it was cool. There are 2 points when you're going through Tigger and you actually bounce a bit, and then when you're like going through this rainstorm, but there isn't water, but they really make it look like there's water. It's pretty cool.
So
I'm gonna give that 5 out of 5 honey pots.
So, lunch with an animal specialist at Sanaa.
Alright, right off the bat, if you're coming to Disney World, you need to do it. You need to take a little extra money it costs, and you just need to do it. It's a cool experience. You're seated with other people. We had a fabulous animal expert who just talked to us about the fabulous animal things. And then last but certainly not least, the food, like fire, like outstanding. The balance of everything. I just felt like I was at home in my living room and Justin was feeding me. It was quite amazing.
Wow.
So that's gonna just be. That's just like a 10 out of 10. I've been doing a 5-star, but that's a straight
10 out of 10 what though?
10 out of 10 tortoises.
Tat-
Because we
oh.
got to meet a tortoise later. And we
Chappy.
got to do a little chappy. We got to do a little training, behavioral training, which Justin loved, with the tortoise. So I'm going to do 10 out of 10 good things after it. So we just did the Magic Kingdom Parade, which I wasn't sure how excited I was going to be about it, but it was actually pretty cool. It was really nice to see a lot of the characters I grew up with. So, I don't know how to rate that. A parade, what's a good rating scale for a parade? What about batons? There's often batons in a parade.
Perfect.
So I'm going to give it, I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 batons. Just got to meet 2 princesses, Rapunzel and Tiana, which was really awesome. And that was more amazing than I thought because they were like really in character, but also like very respondent to like what we were talking about and me being pregnant, but in character. So that was really awesome. So that's going to get a full 5 out of 5 tiaras.
All right. Country Bear Jamboree.
It was wild. There was some inappropriate songs for kids in there, which I loved. There was a lot of good jokes. It was great. That was definitely better than I expected. I'm gonna give that a good old 5 out of 5 country bears.
Ooh.
That was good.
Okay, so Hall of Presidents.
You know, I have to give it props because the level of animatronic in there.
Yeah, it was legit.
You cannot say it's like it's bad because
Right.
it's not at all. It excels.
Production was
Succeeds
good.
in that way, and the way that like the presidents were acknowledging each other when you see them on stage.
Yeah, that was cool.
Was very cool. Just not the most eventful ride, you know, or attraction. So I guess I'd have to give it points on that. But I would still give it for what it was. You got to give it 4 stars. I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 eagles.
4 out of 5.
Representing.
Oh, Jungle Cruise.
That was awesome. I kept wanting to laugh. Like my original laugh was harder and louder, but I kept stopping myself because a lot of people were like dead.
Nobody was laughing.
Yeah, it was silent on it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. I liked all the jokes. I feel like I told Justin earlier, like I don't think people know that it's supposed to be a funny cruise. Maybe they think it's more like the the regular ride you go on.
Or people are just humorless.
Or they're humorless, so that's like a little bit of a bummer. But Justin and I were right on point. So the ride itself, I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 monkeys.
Okay, so Tiki Room.
Tiki Room. So it was cute. It was older. I get why a lot of people, don't like the animatronics were older.
It was very old.
Animatronic birds, and they were chatting, and there were flowers that sang, and it was cute. It was cute, and I like that the walls were talking. So my overall rating would be 3 out of 5 cockatoos, mainly a bird show.
Haunted Mansion.
So Haunted Mansion behind me was awesome, really, really awesome. My kind of ride, but also like spooky, and it was long. The saddest part about a lot of the rides is that they're short, especially the ones I like feel like it's like 2 or 3 minutes. Like a good 8 minutes at least. But it was amazing. It was 10 minutes. It was just beautiful. You go through all these different rooms, and it's awesome. So I'm going to give that a full 5 out of 5 boos.
So since we're on it, let's do it.
3,000.
You've only been on it for 30 seconds.
It's very fun. And Justin just got thrown back. You are like covered, but you're also outside. You have an epic view of a lot of the big rides here. So that's like terrific. I am loving this. I'm going to give this little wheels because it's a mode of transportation,
Okay.
and I'm going to give this 6 out of 5 wheels.
6 out of 5 wheels. Shoot.
Please remain seated.
All right, everyone get out.
This ride has stopped temporarily and will resume motion at any time.
A lot of our rides have stopped.
Please remain seated for your own safety. Thank you.
Unless you just gotta dance. It's a small
It's
world.
about magic though. I walked in and it was like handmade card. It was just like this
Well,
gorgeous,
it's a small world, but
beautiful.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, Winter Wonderland. The ride was like unbelievable. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. And it was cool to see little kids from around the world. And but it was really, there was just something really magical about it and childlike. That was.
Attention to all passengers. For your safety, please remain seated with all your hands, arms, feet,
Sorry.
and legs.
So I don't know what rating scale, Justin. What do you think? I don't know what to rate it with, but it was a perfect score.
Bunch of children. So maybe kids? How many kids?
Maybe we'll do candies.
Candies.
Lollipops.
All right, that's a little bit more creative.
Two. I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 5 candies.
Wow,
Lollipops.
that's 120%.
It was really beautiful, magical.
120%. Pirates of the Caribbean. We did this last night.
Arr, matey, arr.
We rode it twice because it was
walk-ons. And it had a little
walk-ons.
drop, and I still did it. It was like still fun for me.
Yeah.
So I think that says something special about the ride. So I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 5 eye patches.
Wow. Wow. Rafiki's Planet Wash.
Was really cool. First of all, I got to actually meet and take pictures with Rafiki, which was cool. And then the animation.
Oh, the cardboard.
Was really awesome. And I was surprised that I drew a decent Pumbaa.
You drew a really nice Pumbaa.
We'll have to show some pictures of that, but it was cool. And Justin pointed out it's a free souvenir, so that's always good too. You can keep it and frame it. So maybe we'll frame it and we'll put it in Baby Boo's room.
What did you think of the exhibits at Conservation Station?
They were nice. They were different than some other exhibits. I feel like a lot of times it's just exhibits that you walk through and there's no people, so it was cool to have people that could answer, but that knew what they were talking about. That's, I think, the most awesome thing I found about Disney. Pretty much everywhere you talk to in each section knows what they're talking about.
How would you rate the animation experience?
I'm gonna give it. Well, I'm gonna rate it in Pumbas.
Okay.
That's what we were drawing, and the guy was really sweet and funny. He was good and engaging. I'm giving it 5 out of 5 Pumbas.
Wow, that's pretty good. And this is opening day too.
Opening day, which is excited to come to something, and the whole Planet Watch reopened after 9 months, which I didn't realize. So that was really cool.
How would you rate the Conservation Station plus the train ride?
Oh, the train ride was cool. I liked it. That was a nice surprise. Easy on and off, cute. So I'll give the trains. I'll give it 4 trains, 4 out of 5 trains.
4 out of 5 trains. All right, Autumn monorail.
Very cool. I'm glad we got to ride it because I would have been upset if we were left and we didn't get to. Super quick. Nice. What do I rate it? I don't know, it was a good ride. 4 out of 5 monos.
Wow, that's Quattro. Quattro out of 5.
The show was great, and then on the way we stopped and there was a show right in front of Cinderella's castle, which was awesome. So we got to see Princess Tiana dance and do some talk, and that was really cool. That got me very, very excited. That was. I hope we get to see more of that. That's pretty awesome. Dope.
How many?
That gets 5 out of 5 stars.
Enchanted Stories with Belle.
Completely magical, and this guy, my husband, got picked to be Belle's guard, which was amazing. But no, I recommend if you're coming to Disney World, that should go on the must-do list. And I don't think I've said that list yet, but must-do list should happen, and that should be on it. So I'm going to give that 5 out of 5 bells. It was beautiful.
Wishes fireworks. We just saw it.
That made me cry.
We just saw it.
That made me cry.
Autumn cried.
That's the second time I've cried in Disney World.
Did you cry?
I didn't hear you.
Did you cry for Wishes fireworks?
I didn't cry, but it was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Speaking of.
Oh, here's the castle. They do the projection up there and fireworks. All right. So, how would you rate that?
Well, the name of that's called Wishes, right? So I'm gonna rate it in Wishes.
Okay.
And that's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.